How we communicate. Why are there so many languages? People have always wanted to swap ideas with one another. In the Stone Age, the topics of discussion probably were how to make fire or how to process the hides. Since humans lived at different places on the earth, different languages developed almost simultaneously. Therefore, we call bread as bread and the Arabs call it chubs. The migration of people caused the local languages to mix and give rise to new languages. Today, there are more than 6,000 languages, not including special languages like the sign language for the hearing impaired, and many different programming and cipher languages. Which languages are spoken the most? Almost 900 million people speak Chinese, which is the most widely spoken language of the world. Russian is the Russian is at the second place, followed by English. German, with around 100 million people speaking it, is at the 10th place. Many countries such as Germany or Norway generally speak only one language. In India, hundreds of languages are spoken. If a country remains under a foreign influence for too long, native languages can die out. In Wales, which is part of Great Britain, this almost happened because, barring a few adults, people could speak only English. Schools and radio programs are now promoting the native language Celtic Welsh. How does sign language work? People who are hearing impaired communicate with the help of gestures, energetic movements of the hand accompanied by a lively facial expression. Like every other language, gestures must also be learned. While speaking, a person may need a lot of words to say, "Shall we cross the bridge?" But a single gesture suffices for the deaf. This language is also used at places where listening is not possible, underwater by divers or in space by astronauts. Why are many languages difficult to learn? Learning a language is always a challenge. For example, when learning German, we find structures such as he is reading a book difficult because this is said in a different way in German. Sometimes only tricks like holding the nose help us learn French sounds. It becomes very difficult to learn the language of the people whose culture is alien to us. Assuming our own behavioral patterns can lead to confusion and resentment. For instance, Westerners express a refusal by saying no directly. In many Asian cultures, this is impolite, and the refusal is communicated in an indirect manner. That is why learning a language also includes learning the behavioral patterns of people whose language we are learning. What are programming languages? A computer needs clear instructions called programs, which are written by programmers. Today, our demands from computers are very high. Process images, compare thousands of medical data, send emails, and instruct robots to build a car. Different programming languages were developed over a period of time to meet all these requirements. With some languages, you can write commands to process data in the database. With others, robots can be controlled perfectly. Now, what are cipher languages? People who have developed a cipher language know how difficult it is to do so. One way it is attach a certain syllable after vowels, such as sh after a, blow after e, ning after u, and so on. Apple pie then becomes exe plebibolo pibolo. If you do not know how to decipher the text, it is almost impossible to understand that what is written. In 1941, the Japanese Secret Service cracked the code used by the Americans and Japan attacked USA. The Navajo Indians in the USA offered to develop a new radio code from their language, which was understood only by the Navajo at that time. No one was able to decode this till the end of the war.